Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Paris with Integration Development, and today we are going to be taking a deep dive into our Garage Integration Plus driver for Control4. We created this driver because we wanted to give our clients custom UI buttons for their garage doors to show all the real-time status of what the state of the garage door is in, as well as we wanted to pre-build notifications for them for all the items that they would want us to program for, whether that's a garage door being left open, failed to close, things like that. So with this driver, you're going to be able to get access to all of those things, and today I'm going to show you how to set it up and all the features of the driver. Once you've loaded the driver into your project, it'll come in as Garage Integration Plus, and then you'll go ahead and it'll go into the room wherever you put it in. Once you favorite it to the room, you'll see an icon like this, right? This is saying that it's not set up. What's great about all of these drivers is we kind of tell you up here under driver status what you need to do next. So it says we need to connect the relay to continue. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go in here and let's grab this. I'm going to do the relay and I'm going to connect it to this relay. Now that that's done, it says connect one contact to continue. But the great thing with this driver is you can have 0 contacts, 1 contact, or two contacts. So I'm just going to set it up as 0 contacts for this first option here. Okay, it's set up. It says it's ready, set up and ready to use. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to get a state of the driver. There the icon now appears. It just shows it's kind of like opening and closing. That's all that the button will do. It'll just kind of show an open close animation. You'll also be able to get all the different types of doors we've created for you to be able to show the same things. What's great about all of our Integration Plus drivers is they tie to our Integrator Tools notification driver. So you'll see here under driver notifications on our Integrator Tools, I'm going to go to my demo garage door. There's no events found because there's no contacts. So when there's no contacts, it will not know the state of the garage, whether it's opened or closed. So that's the basic of just using it with no contacts. We do recommend using at least 1 or 2 contacts. I'm going to show a 1 contact setup next. So now let me go ahead and change this to 1 contact. So I've done that, and now it says it's not set up again. I need to connect 1 contact to continue. So let's go ahead and set up our contact. Let me raise this up again. So contact number 1. Now it's set up. I'm going to go ahead and re-trigger this so it shows it's opening. So once you set up a contact, you get a couple more options. You get the how long does it take for it to go from closed to open, and then again from open to close. So for the demo purposes, I'm just going to set this to 5 seconds each, and now that's set up. And then we also provided a left open timer here for you as well. So for the demo here, I'm just going to set that to 1 minute. And then what this does is it just, once the door's been left open for 1 minute, our integrator tools will send you a notification that it's been left open for a minute. If you want to repeat that notification, you can say I want to repeat it 2 more times. So that would be a total of 3 total notifications. One other thing we allow for is being able to flash a light before you close the garage. Right, so if I wanted to do a garage entry keypad, I could do that. And then it asks me another thing, how long do you want to flash the light for? So let's just say we want to do it for 5 seconds. There's that, and it will, if I hit this to close it, it will flash the light for 5 seconds before it closes. So that's how your 1 contact setup works. And now if I go back to Integrator Tools, if I come back here into the garage, if I go here, now you'll see I actually have my notifications. I have door left open, door failed to close, door failed to open, door has opened, door has closed. We pre-build all of these for you. So you literally say if you want to send your customers a notification that the door's been left open, you could tie a camera snapshot to it. Then you could say I want to send a push alert. I want to email the customer in case they don't see it, they're at work, and I also want to do a voice alert. You could do that as well. And you could set the same settings for each one of these drivers. So we'll go ahead and test this out and show you how it works in action here. So I'm going to go ahead and open the garage door. We're going to say 1, 2, 3. I'm going to just open it. 4, 5. The timer went off. It's open now. Okay. So it's going to show that state until the left open timer triggers. One cool thing too, just while we're waiting for that timer, is you can look at our driver history. So view driver history, if I hit set, I can go to the Lua tab and it shows you all the things that have currently happened with the driver. So that's a cool feature. So if you want to be able to find some programming issues, or if they're calling you about complaints about the garage door, you can just log into this and look at the driver history and see what's happened for the last 7 days. It also has the ability to connect to multiple relays. So let's say you have like a commercial garage door that has an open close stop. You can set those to a 3 relay, and then you can bind those relays to the open, close, and stop. So it has that feature as well. There it is.
Attention! Demo Garage has been left open for more than 1 minute.
So you'll see there it shows the new, has the icon with the timestamp on it, and it did the voice alert. It also sent me my push alert there, and it would send me the email as well. So let's go ahead and close the garage door. Now I'm just going to show you the failed to close here. So it should close in 5 seconds, but if I don't shut my contact off to show it's closed, you'll get another failed to close alert here. So let's just wait for that. 5 seconds has passed.
Demo Garage has failed to close.
There is our voice alert again, and there is our push alert as well. So that's how quickly it responds to those items. Let me go ahead and close that contact now to show it's actually closed. And that's what you get with the driver. A couple of the other driver features we have here too is enable keypad button linking. So if I were to do that, you'll see it actually adds in keypad button programming. So if I go back here and I say I want to enable my keypad button link, I'm going to tie it to my top button on my keypad. Now that that's done, you can see I have different LED values. So when it's open, I want it to be this color. When it's closed, it's going to be black. When it's moving, so when I open it, it's going to flash yellow, blue, yellow, blue. When I close it, it's going to flash yellow, black, yellow, black. If there's any faults, it will light up red. Now I'm going to show that next here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and open the garage, and you'll see the keypad start blinking here. So if I open it, it's blinking yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, and it's going to turn red here because I haven't flipped my switch. So once I flip my switch to open, you see it's now open. I go ahead and close it. It's going to flash between black and yellow. So yellow, black, yellow, black. I'm going to go ahead and close it. It closes once the timer runs out. Okay, timer runs out. It shows it's closed. And that's how you can use your keypad to have real-time LED lighting as well for the garage integration. The next feature I want to show off is we also included in the ability to show the icon in specific rooms. When you load it into the room, it's automatically going to go under the security section of the integration plus driver room. Okay, but if I wanted to add more rooms for this to go into, I could just hit that, go into the show icon in specific rooms. I could select the other rooms I want it to go into, right? I hit OK, I hit set, and now it will appear in those 4 rooms that I selected. If I were to reselect it again, you'll see it keeps those, and I could go ahead and change that at any time and adjust my, adjust it to have it show and not show in navigators. So you'll see here if I go to holiday integration and I go to navigators, I go under security, you'll see there is the demo garage showing up there. So that's how easily that works. And then finally, if you wanted to reset the driver, you could do that. You just would need to click it twice and it'll reset the driver back to beginning specs there. Finally, the last thing we're going to show is if, let's say you have it as set up as a 2 contact. When I do that, again here, it's going to say 2 contacts to continue. So if I come back here, now I have the fully closed contact and the fully open contact. I make those bindings, and then you'll be able to get actual states of when the door is opened or closed. So I'll show that in my gate integration video when I do that fully, but that's how that works. So let me go ahead and change this back to 1. The driver also, under programming events, it does have all the different events you could program off of. But we built this, like I said, as a bundle. So if you just were to buy the whole bundle, you get all of these drivers together, right, for one low price. So and then you don't have to worry about doing any of those programming things. It's already built into Integrator tools. So that's just something we would highly recommend, is buying the bundle for your projects. You get all of these drivers as one bundle, and they work seamlessly together, all as one unit to make your Control4 jobs excellent. If you would like a private demo, you can go ahead and email me at jamiep@cindev.com. And I'd love to get some feedback and everything else. If you guys have any comments, please leave them below in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.